I'll bring. From Center Ice Arena in Traverse City, the MIHL Finals start tonight as the Michigan Shadow take on the Kalkaska Kings. I am Frank Mazzella along with Gary Preswara bringing you all the action. Gary, here we are. We didn't think we'd be here, but we're here.
Well, somehow you made this happen. We made a little road trip, and we're here for the finals. Both of these teams, I'm sure, are a little nervous. First game of the finals, but they're ready to go.
So it was a long road for the Michigan Shadow to get here, and it was a tough road, but we're going to go over that. We got a segment right now on how it went against the Voyagers and the Sharks, and we'll be right back after we go through this on Go Live Sportscast. The Michigan Shadow started the playoffs on the road against the defending champs in Muskegon, as Muskegon won the first game. With the Voyagers ahead 1-0 in a best 2 out of 3, they headed to Big Boy Arena. The Shadow had their backs to the wall, knowing they had to win both games against Muskegon. The Voyagers had a 2-0 lead at the start of the second period. Shadow get one on the power play, courtesy of Dr. Milam. For a bit here until the first one is over.
There it is.
Scores! Beautiful setup there. Milam just teed that one up. No problem for Milam. Shadow get another one, courtesy of your countertop man, to tie it up. Paul Arnett goes to the outside, tries to get that to the front for Gagnon. There's an opportunity. He scores!
For Micah picking up the trash.
Trash man.
There you go, big 74. Puck's just laying out there for him.
Left him a hostess ding-dong right there. There's that loose puck right there. Gagnon couldn't get his stick on it, and there's for Micah.
I think he put it in twice. Arnott with the good work down low to put that out in front. Gags had a chance, and then for Micah, cleaned it up.
5-hole in Shadowland to take the lead. Here's another chance. He scores! Oh, big loose rebound there.
Another one.
And the end action.
I think Malinowski got that garbage goal. The rebound.
Big rebound there. Big juicy one.
Right on his stick. He went 5-hole again. He tried it the first time. He did it a second time.
A lot of steak sauce on that one. The meatball rolls one in to give the Shadow the lead back. He had an opportunity. He scores!
Yes! Giuliano!
Giuliano! Double J!
The meatball! It was laying there waiting for it. Here it is right here.
There's the original shot. There's the open net.
Rotundi, I think, was the one who took that puck in the zone all the way from end to end. And the veteran, Giuliano, was there. Slap it home.
The Voyagers sent it into OT with a late third period goal.
Like a minute 37, 3 minutes ago.
Right.
It's only 30 seconds gone off.
Empty net
Crazy.
on the Voyagers end. They got 6 skaters out there right now trying to tie this game up. Fans starting to get into it here at Big Boy Arena. Nice play there. Couldn't get it out of the zone. There's a shot and they score.
A deflection right out in front. A harmless shot from the point, and it got deflected. I don't know whose stick it hit. I think number 7 there. Jordan Truxton. He deflected it right down, and Timmons didn't have a chance.
So there you have it. They've got a tie game. Goalie goes back in the net. The Flying Frenchman strikes. Heath and Van Heath made the save there. There's one out in front. He scores! Oh, he threw it right out in front. They score!
Yes!
They got the redirection. And they score!
A big celebration. There we go. We'll call it the garbage goal, but they'll take it.
See, Gagnon just threw that one out in front. Looks like...
Is that Gagnon that got it and did the celly?
I think it was redirected in front. Gagnon was going behind the net. And it threw it out there.
They'll live to see another day.
With the series tied 1-1, the rubber game here at Big Boy Arena. The Shadow strike for one on the power play. Minute 20 left on the power play. This one all the way out as Gibbons looking to shoot that puck out forward. Dumped again back down into the Shadow end. Minnie will chase this one down. Cycle it back to Jay. Jay will take his time bringing it up. This one's over to Giuliano. Giuliano threw that one out front. Nobody there. Still kept in or not. Gets this one over. Quick shot there by Minnie.
Giuliano with the deflection just missed it wide.
Trying to feather that one back as that one was over to Maruso. Maruso over on the far side boards. Can't get a clean shot yet as the Voyagers keep moving that defensive around. Here's one for Minnie. He scores! Gino Minnie! One-timer inside the blue line.
Great puck movement by the Shadow. Everybody's touching the puck.
They just kept on working that puck around. I think he went 5-hole. He did go 5-hole on Van Hees there, and they capitalized on the power play. How about a shorty? Shadow ahead 1-0, looking to make it 2-0. Down into the Shadow end, still on the power play. This one splits a couple defenders all the way down to Van Hees. 35 seconds left in the power play for the Voyagers. Pitcher. Here they come right there. Grover doing little dipsy doodle moves there. This one's cleared out. Giuliano on the right there. This one's fed over. Oh, he scores!
Moroso.
That was... Oh, what a play there. A short-handed goal, and they take a 2-0 lead there.
Right here along the boards, and they got it chipped out right to Giuliano.
Grover brought that puck in, and Giuliano fed that over to Moroso, and there you have it, a shorty. 2-0 Shadow. After 3 straight goals for the Voyagers, they took the lead 3-2 late in the third period. Feather that one over. Here's an opportunity right here. He scores!
There it is!
Right in! We got a tie game!
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
19.4 seconds!
What a shot! Dalton J.
He went upstairs!
Gags trying to get the crowd into it. What a shot by Dalton J.
He just went upstairs. Puck came across.
And just like that, 19 seconds to go, we're all even. And the Shadows still have a 5-on-4.
19.4 seconds.
Let's do it again.
Still on the power play. Shadow keep this one in. They headed into overtime when Gagnon puts his cape on again. Opportunity there, taken there. Here's a chance right here, right in front of the net. A one-timer. He scores!
Yes, sir!
Oh!
The Sully again! Gags!
Gags ends it. The semifinal round, after beating Muskegon 2-1, they move on to meet the South MIHL divisional winner Waterford Sharks in Waterford. Game 1 goes into OT, and the Sharks win it to go up 1-0 in the series.
Sharks will take a long flip. This is going to work out. They got numbers here. Pfeiffer on the right side. Crossfeed scores! Sharks win! It's 1-0 series advantage in overtime! 15-11. That's how you get it done. We will see it for game 2 with a Sharks advantage in 1-0 in the series.
Game 2 of the series. Shadow again put in the situation of a must-win after losing Game 1 in overtime. Shadow get on the board first in Game 2.
Still work to do though as Mike Baker might get dispossessed of the puck. He has it in the high slot. Wrister scores! The Shadows score off the one-timer and the traffic in front, and they take the lead this time around in Game 2 at 16-10. But Pandria tried to step up and steal.
The Shadow get another goal quickly in the early parts of the first period.
Again, he's another one of those additions that was not included in Game 1. He provides that scoring touch. Joel Frazee is the only one I haven't seen play in either one of the games right now. He's no stranger to scoring goals. Picked up off the back pass as the Shadow had it in flight. And the Sharks will have to chase this in the left side corner again. Ripper scores! It's a 2-0 lead and a beautiful start now for the Shadow. And they are in cruise control early. Now they've got to be able to hold it. That's the one propensity that you talked about this team before. You cannot take your foot off the gas, but they're rolling right now.
Shadow up 2-1, look to hit it again.
Still busy here for the Shadow. To the right side, Gagnon with a clapper, and that'll be held by Morton as Solkanich tries to rough it up. Hey, did they not blow the whistle? I don't think they did. Is Morton, did he not have that underneath him? The referees did not blow the whistle, and credit Solkanich, he goes in the crease, and I think he might have got rewarded for that goal. Sharks are going to be asking themselves questions, but Solkanich never stopped moving, and I don't think Morton ever held on to the puck, so we will get a goal.
After 2 goals by the Sharks, the Shadow get one back to retake the lead.
That was a close call. And we go the other way. That would have been a heartbreaker after Pelusha just scored, but here come the Shadow again. Mayim, beautiful feed, no look, sniped in! And the Shadow come right back. It's Mike Moroso, 4-3. That was a gorgeous pass across, and bing, bang, boom, just like that, 4-3.
Shadow gets some comfort room on a late goal.
Clears a good one from about 130. Shadow working the offensive end, rush at the net, score off a tip. It's a power play goal, and the Shadow have a 2-goal lead, and that could be enough to get it done for them.
Shadow on an empty net goal, win it 6-3 to to even up the series 1-1. April 25th, Game 3, the decider at Big Boy Arena, series tied 1-1. Shadow strike early in the first period. Shadow in, taken quickly by the Shadow, trying to split a couple of players there. That one's not done. Here's a quick shot on net.
Oh!
He scores!
There it is. Dalton J.
They had 3 Shadow players down there. It was like a pinball moving around, and Dalton J backhanded that one in.
I'm pretty sure that was Dalton J. Frazee got a piece of it, but
Looked like the Sharks were going to bring it down into the Shadow end, and quickly the Shadow captured that puck and took it the other way. Still early in the first period, Shadow make it 2-0. Josh Hill, he couldn't control it. Odie Oaks looking at Dipsy Doodle. Odie Oaks into the middle, tried to split a couple of the Sharks defenders.
I think he
Sharks
did get a couple, but
Sharks having a hard time clearing that one out. Shadow will keep possession behind the net. Cody Oaks gets that one out quickly to Milam. He scores! Milam! That booming shot of Milam. Cody Oaks fed that one out to Milam, and he just buried it.
another great play there behind the net. Cody Oaks behind the net with a perfect feed to Milam, and with Milam's shot, he didn't miss.
Double Z working in his office. He's the kind of guy that goes to the buffet and just stays up there.
Pelusia and
You
Groff.
eat while you're at the buffet.
Pelusia and Groff are the two guys I really enjoy watching. They really Groff moves well and flies up the ice, and Pelusia's just around everything.
Here's an opportunity shot on net. He scores!
Double Z!
Double Z redirected that one right out in front. Kuhn threw that out in front, and Double Z did his job.
Beautiful pass and a beautiful deflection right there by Double Z.
Off the faceoff, it's dinger time. Give the Shadow the lead at 4-3.
Looks like it's going to be a Shadow power play because Sherlock's got the extra 2 minutes up there.
So it is a power play 5-on-4 here, and skating off into the penalty box.
Tober's probably got to serve that extra time. I'm guessing he's serving the 2 minutes, and Sherlock and Milam probably got 5 minutes each.
Let's go! Off the faceoff!
I think that was Dalton J.
Dalton J throws a dinger. Mini me, mini you. Mini looking to cut inside. Mini does cut inside. Nobody there. Backhander.
Oh.
Trying to find it. It's
Still
still
loose.
loose.
He chipped it in.
Oh, that puck had 3 or 4 shots.
Moroso.
Moroso, the Diamond Man. Making a 2-goal lead here in the win, the Oakster. He gets robbed of that puck. Cody Oaks on the right with his buddy Gags. Cody Oaks! He scores! Cody Oaks with
Yes,
the
sir.
backhand. Cody Oaks! Hair blowing in the wind. All tied up, late in OT. Oaks does it again. Baker will rotate it in the middle. Loose puck on the side there. He's good! Cody Oaks!
Cody Oaks did it!
Cody Oaks!
Yes, sir!
That's it! Cody Oaks did it on a loose puck!
That's it!
Cody Oaks ends it!
So patient down there. He took his time. He threw the puck across. Gags had the shot and came right back to Cody Oaks for the game winner. What a game!
What a game, ladies and gentlemen. Back here live at the Center Ice Arena in Traverse City. There you had it, the road that the Michigan Shadow took to get here in the championship against the Kalkaska Kings. Gary, hopefully they can make it a little bit more easy this time.
Yeah,
They put themselves in the hole right off the series starts. They need to come out fast here.
Yeah, the Shadow had a rough series. That first series going the distance, and then against the Sharks, the same thing. But when it was all said and done, we're here. They're here. They're in Traverse City, ready to go. Like I mentioned earlier, I think both teams probably going to be a little nervous, taking things a little easy at the start. But I'm excited. I got chills just watching the video again.
So a series that started off against Muskegon, they lost that first game in Muskegon and then won the 2 games in overtime. OT at Big Boy Arena, moved on to face the Waterford Sharks. They lost that first game in OT and moved on and won the second game in regulation time and the third game in OT. So they got OT written all over them. They've got quite a bit of experience for being in OT there 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, you can look at that as maybe a positive. If it gets to OT, they have the experience now. They've been there, but you really don't want to go to OT every time. Everyone just gets a little more nervous, and every little tiny mistake is amplified in overtime.
So let's talk about Kalkaska. They won 10 straight at the end of the season in regulation, and then they won 2 straight in the playoffs. They had that first round bye. So they've got a little streak going here of 12 wins in a row. Between these 2 teams, they played each other twice this season. First game was in Kalkaska, and Kalkaska won 7-4. And then they came to Fraser at Big Boy Arena. It was a early Sunday morning. Now let's remember, both teams played Saturday night also. So I think Kalkaska played the Warhawks and the Shadow played Muskegon, if I'm correct there. So both teams played that Saturday night and then played on Sunday morning. And that game was a lopsided game where the Shadow, Michigan Shadow, won that 12-3, handed it to the Kings there very well. You remember that game, don't you, very well?
Yeah, right, bright and early on Sunday morning. And again, you can't really look at that as any indication of what we're going to see here in the finals. Getting up early after a late night game, the legs just aren't the same.
So let's talk about the Kalkaska Kings again. They're a very young team. I heard from one of the players, associates, that they're an average of 23 to 24 years old, the team average age. And then you look on the other side, the Michigan Shadow has quite a bit of jump in experience, up to about 32, 33 years age for each player. That's quite a bit of experience there. And we know that from the Michigan Shadow. We know their past, all the players and what leagues they played in, and that experience comes in handy in this kind of playoff situation.
Absolutely. You can't replace experience. Now, as you get older, the body feels everything a little bit more. So that could be a disadvantage. On the other side, you got youth, you got young legs, you got kids that just motors just keep going. So the experience, the youth, it's going to be quite a battle.
So the old saying, work smarter, not harder.
Right.
I think that comes up with experience.
Oh, absolutely.
An experienced player. But it'll all boil down to who's got the better players. And remember, this series is a 3 out of 5. It's not a 2 out of 3. So let's go over the schedule. The first 2 games are here in Traverse City. Of course, today and then tomorrow, a morning slate game that starts early. I'm checking my notes here. I'm pretty sure it's a
10:30, yeah.
10:30 a.m. right after you have your breakfast there.
Well, I'm up at 5, ready to go.
You're ready to go at 5.
Do a like a half marathon or something like that, ready to go.
So according to the schedule, 10:30 a.m. start tomorrow, May 3rd. Then next week we go back to Fraser, Michigan, Big Boy Arena. Kings come there May 9th, a 7:15 start, according to the league schedule. And then, if necessary, May 10th, a 2 p.m. game at Big Boy Arena. And then if they push it a 2-2 tie, they come back here to Traverse City May 16th for a final game, Game 5, at 7 p.m. We'll see. What are you looking for these first 2 games? The Shadow need at least a split, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, you got to hope for a split if you're the Shadow, you're hoping for at least a split. It would be nice to get this first one under your belt, put a little more pressure back on the home team, the Kalkaska Kings, put the pressure back on them. Hey, you never know. You walk out of here with 2. Best case scenario, you're going home with 2 home games looking for 1 more.
Well, you definitely don't want to dig the hole and come out of here 0-2. Then you're really in a hole. I mean, 0-1 is tough enough, but 0-2, you know, you're so close. You're over the 2/3 of the way of getting eliminated.
Yeah, and I don't know if the home ice advantage is that much of a difference. Yeah, the guys have to travel to get up here, most of them. But and Kalkaska, again, being right down the road, does it give them a home ice advantage? Maybe. But tomorrow morning, both teams are here. Now we got to get up early in the morning to skate again. So we might throw the home ice advantage out the window. We'll see.
So for the Michigan Shadow, a couple of players that aren't here today in the lineup, Dalton Jay, Michael Perry, and Frazee will not be here. But coming back in the lineup is Ryan Rotundi. He's back from suspension, 3 games, and he's back in the lineup. Talked to Coach Miller earlier. I said, Coach Miller, your hair's long, but now that Cody's back, he's got longer hair than you. Is that, he says, yeah, I'm a bit jealous about that. So that's the way things are set up tonight. Everett Bailey will be the starting goalie for the Kings, and Bryn Sommerfeld will be the starter for the Michigan Shadow. We'll take a quick break here on Go Live Sportscast. Be right back.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter which you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
How prepared is your family if a tornado shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a hurricane? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
Let's go.
you'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Make a plan today.
Where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened? Your friend's not breathing. Please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. My daughter Brooklyn was also a motivation for me to go back to school.
It's been so amazing to be able to give our child the life that we kind of pictured us having, even though we didn't really have that.
I've been in foster care my whole life.
He's so strong to just be able to leave that all behind and still be able to take care of his daughter and be a good husband.
Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone.
We've been through so much in our life, and he never used that as an excuse, but as motivation to do better.
I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple? Chop the pineapple.
Nope, I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope, I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall.
Back here on Go Live Sportscast, the MIHL Finals as Michigan Shadow take on the Kalkaska Kings. I am Frank Mazzol along with Gary Preswara. Good-looking crowd across from us here for Game 1 of the championship. Glad to bring it to you here. Both teams about ready to take the ice and kick this game off here in the first period. Gary, it's going to be an exciting game.
I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to lace up the skates, maybe get out there for a period or two, but they won't let me, so I'll stay up here with you.
All right. No problem. I'll keep you up here.
No, you're right about the crowd. Like, this is a big crowd, obviously slanted a little toward the Kalkaska, I'm guessing.
Yeah, there's a little bit of green out there in the crowd. We see that for sure. We see the Michigan Shadow ready to take the ice behind the glass over there to the left of us. And it seemed like, talking to the players today, they were ready to go,
They seem loose.
They were chomping at the bit.
Yeah, they seem loose, but they're ready to go. And right off the bat, we'll see what kind of jump everybody has and who's going to make the first big move.
So a couple of the big guns for the Kalkaska Kings, of course, Vincent Dean is one of the lead scorers for the Kalkaska team, and he's had a heck of a year here with them. Also, Throcker has had a heck of a year. Number 88, Vince Dean, number 8. He's surrounded by a couple other big scorers on that team. So the other difference between these two teams is that the Kalkaska Kings had about 130 more penalty minutes than the Michigan Shadow. So I don't know if it's a discipline thing or what it is, but seems like every team has had more penalty minutes or pretty close to them. I know the Sharks were a bit higher than them too, but you got to wonder if that's a discipline thing or things just...
Yeah. I think there was a couple games there that in the playoffs here that we saw with the Shadow, a little undisciplined, taking way too many penalties. But number 17, Gavin Duffing for the Kings, he's the guy to watch out for. 116 penalty minutes in the regular season, 17 in the 2 playoff games they played.
17 penalty minutes.
In 2 games. So he's someone to keep an eye on, number 17, Duffing. I have a feeling he's a guy that likes to mix it up a little bit.
And then on the Michigan Shadow, the mixer on there, Big Vermeesh, number 25, he's looking to dance with anybody.
Oh, for sure. I saw him down before the game and right outside the door there, and he's a big fella. I'm looking up. Okay, no, I don't want any part of that.
Josh Vermeesh. So we're going to go down to the ice here for the national anthem here as the teams line up on the blue lines. There you have it, folks.
Everyone's into it.
When the PA don't work or the song doesn't come on, the national anthem, the shadow bench will sing it for you. There you have it.
Well, it sounded like everyone knew it, so that's really a good sign.
That is a good sign, and love the way that was played out by the both teams to sing the national anthem as we're about ready to start. Here's a ceremonial puck drop right in front of us.
That's your favorite captain down there?
Captain James down there. Captain James for the Shadow, and
Sean Sherapa for the Kings, taking that face off.
He's another one of their big guns on the Kalkaska Kings. Second leading scorer on the Kings this year. We're about ready to go here at center ice from the Center Ice Arena in Traverse City, Michigan. The MIHL finals about ready to go. Cody Oakes chatting with Taylor right there, right in front of you, just before the face-off. Gagnon taking the face-off for the Shadow. Double Z over on the other side. Baker and Milam on defense for the Shadow. Kalkaska will gather up this puck off the face-off. Around the back, Nick Brewer. Brewer clears that one out. Right at center ice. Milam feeds that one up to Gagnon. Gagnon can't find the handle on that. Whiteford had a stick on that one. Check right into the boards there as Michael King threw his body around. Here's a shot out in front of the net. Opportunity for Cody Oakes. Just didn't get that one on net. Nice break up there by Milam.
Great opportunity for Oakes right there, Frank. Just tipped it wide.
Here comes Kalkaska the other way. Michael King with that puck. They go into the quick shot on Sommerfeld. He makes a save on that one. Pressure right out in front. Still battling for it. Mike King tried to get that one. Here comes Giuliano. Giuliano tried to, looked like he almost hit a post. Looks like the stick of the goalkeeper.
Bailey just got a stick on that one.
Keep that one out. Good pace here in the early going of the first period. Giuliano feeds that one over. This one's feathered into the Kings' end. They get it out. Still taken. Mike Baker's got this one. Or that's Arnott. Check that. Giuliano tried to tap that one in. Broken up by the Kings. They bring it forward. That's Kellogg. Kellogg dumps and chases. This one's right on Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld will gobble that one up. That was David Throcker coming in there with the burners on.
Couple great chances for the Shadow right off the bat. Kings come down there, right there, and they get an opportunity.
18:24 here to go in the first period. Good pace here to start off the championship match. This one's kept inside the blue line. Good move there by Alex Kellogg. That one's shot on Sommerfeld. He'll gobble that one up. We'll do it all over on the right of Sommerfeld.
You talked about Vincent Dean, and there he was right there, kind of behind Sommerfeld, tried to throw it off the backside, but Sommerfeld was able to keep it out.
They call him Vincenzo Dean. Here's the face-off. Taken by the Shadow. They'll set things up behind the net. Ryersey. That was Gino Mini. Gino Mini gets that puck over. Trying to get that over. We got an offsides. Everybody's going to have to get onside. Dump back into the Kalkaska King end. Kalkaska coming the other way. Hofstadter tried to clear that one out. Kalkaska will gather that puck up. Quick pass out to Throcker. Throcker takes a shot on Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld kicks that one away. Up along the near side boards. Have a tough angle shot there for our camera crew here today. Formica tries to gather this one up. He gets a piece of it. They're pinned in the corner. Right on Sommerfeld again.
Hofstetter right there had an opportunity point blank, but a good save. And you mentioned Thacker, and he put a big hit on Vermees right in front of the boards there at center ice, and then he came down and had a great scoring opportunity.
Off the faceoff, Formica gathers this one up. He goes into the corner. Throws this one down. Hofstetter gets this one intercepted by Ryersey. Ryersey will feather this one into the, no call there. He gets taken down there by a stick. Osentowski down there in the corner. This one's behind the Kellogg's, the Kings net there, feathered out. Dr. Milan picks that one up. He feathers it down back in the Kings end. They're waving off the icing there. You see the referee right there.
Said there was a deflection on that one. The Kings didn't think so, but.
Here's a quick pass. Good pass there by the Kings. As Mike King, again, number 81.
That was Sean Sharapa again on that quick shot. And Sommerfeld deflected it up and into the netting.
Another face-off to the right of Sommerfeld. Bryn has been busy here in the early going of the first period. Double Z would take that one. He wins that draw. Cody Oakes makes a move here. Quickly trying to get it up to Gagnon. Gagnon loses control of that one. The high stick on that one. The face-off will go back down in the Kings' end.
Great outlet pass there, but just off a Gag's stick, and they got a break with the high sticking as the Kings tried to clear it right there. So face-off goes to the right of Bailey.
So Gagnon will take this face-off for the Michigan Shadow. Play along our obstructed view shot there. Milam takes a shot. Dr. Milam. Gagnon around the back of the net. Loses control of it. Little battle on the far side boards. Here come the Kings. Kings will dump and chase. Sommerfeld, a loose puck right there, score! Sommerfeld went to grab that puck. It got away from him. Bounced out in front and banged home right there.
Sean Sharapa with the loose puck out front. I purposely think the Kings knew exactly what they're doing. They dumped that in along those back boards on purpose. He knew that puck was going to bounce right out in front of Sommerfeld, which it did, and he couldn't get his stick on it. It was such a big bounce. That was a purposeful shot there to clear it in.
Sherpa gets that goal. Put the Kings ahead here in the early goal, 1-0. Quick shot on Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld keeping busy here in the early going.
Yeah, another quick shot by Cam Fisher right there. Sommerfeld didn't handle it cleanly. He was struggling to fight that puck a bit.
So Sherpa get that goal at, give the Kings a 1-0 lead here. As they set the pace here in the early going. Kuhn, he'll take a shot. That's off the stick of Bailey. Shadow's still working that behind the net, trying to get that out front. Nobody there to bang it home. Here comes the Kings the other way. Quick move there, Cam. Broken up there. Here come the Shadow. Little trailer left there. Nobody can get a stick on that one. Loose puck out. He scores!
There it is. Rowell. Theo
Rowell got that loose one out in front. And suddenly it's 1-1 tie here at the 14:56 mark of the first period.
Nice move. The Shadow had 4 guys in on that one. One quick shot. Minnie threw it right across off the pad right onto Rowell's stick, and he buried it. Made no mistake.
So big number 4 gets one here early in the first period to even it up 1-1. We're ready to go at face-off.
A little discussion between the refs and some of the Kings players, or they're waiting for the official clock right below us to get something right. And ready to go.
Kuhn will take the face-off for the Michigan Shadow.
I'm just going to...
Offenstetter looking to take that face-off for the Kings.
Look out here. We got Duffing on the ice. Vermeesh is on the ice. Two of the big guys we talked about. Watch
Josh Vermeesh.
Some physicality right here. You can see Vermeesh towering over, looks like number 21 right there, Hayden Thomas.
Still waiting for the officials to drop this puck.
Did you get scared by that goal horn there, Frank? I mean, jumped a little bit. I got to be honest with you. It scared the heck out of me. It's just to our right up here, and I heard that thing.
Oh, there it is. I didn't even notice that.
He pulled it. I was like, whoa.
What the heck?
I like a goal
like
horn like the
truck.
next guy, but oh my gosh, it's right next to us.
Rotundi will get this one, gather it up for Micah, trying to move this puck forward right in the neutral zone, dumped into the Kings' end. Gathered up by Everett Bailey. He swings that around. Here's a shot from inside the blue line.
Nice blast by Formica.
The countertop man, Formica, taking that shot. Gathered up by Bailey there. Face off just to the left of Bailey. We'll do it again. 14:37 left to go here in the first period. All tied up 1-1. Played back. Rotundi whips that one out in front, gobbled up by Bailey. Bailey threw that glove out there. We'll do it to the other side for Everett Bailey, just to his right.
A lot of traffic in front of Bailey right there. Rotundi just a little wrist shot from the point. You never know if it hits somebody and gets by him.
Kuhn will, something happened. Kuhn's coming off the ice.
Well, something wrong with his skate. He's telling the ref there's something wrong with my skate, but the ref just told him if it's not broken, nothing I can do for you.
So Ryerson came out there taking his place. The ref says, gave him the no.
Must have a bad edge on that skate there. He can't really move. So now he's turned around. He's going right back to the bench now.
Clintworth took that face off. Here come the Kings. They'll feather it down into the shadow end behind the net. Formica tried to get a stick on that one. He did. Kept in by the Kings. Pressure as they move this one forward. Kept it in. Clintworth couldn't get a stick on it. Formica does get that up. Just out of the reach of Formica. This one will go all the way down to Bailey, and Bailey will just smother that puck and say, no.
Sherpa's all over. He hit somebody, one of the Shadow players right behind the Shadow net and sent him to the ice. He's got a goal. He's got some jump, and he's putting the body on guys.
Osentowski taking the face off for the Shadow. Kept in, a little loose puck right there. Cleared out, but kept in. Good play by the veteran Milam to poke that one back down. Kings now have possession, having a hard time. Ryerson pickpocketed Kellogg. Kellogg still can't get that one. Shot on net. Osentowski went point blank. Couldn't bury that one. Here comes Kellogg with the puck. Alex Kellogg just whisks that along the boards. This one goes all the way down. Bakes. Baker will try to get that one taken right out in front. They score!
Again, Sherpa in the right position behind the net makes that pass out to Brock Taylor.
So Sherpa gets number 2 here, numero 2. A loose puck behind the net. The Shadow couldn't get it cleared out. And the Kings jumped all over it.
Yeah, that one's going to go to Taylor. Sherpa made that great pass.
Taylor, let's give that one to Taylor.
Just to get the official book going.
Dumped down in the Kings' end. Good hustle there. Gagnon tries to get this one out in front. Double Z goes into his office. This one's over to Gagnon. Gagnon tried to one-time that one. Double Z now has it. He'll throw it right on net. Gagnon will throw it right on net, right on Bailey, and Bailey takes that right in the tummy and just smothers that one.
Good pressure by the Shadow to come back after giving up another fairly easy goal. Sommerfeld didn't really have much of a chance. They was outnumbered 2-1 there. And
so far, the Kings have scored on a couple of loose rebounds in the Shadow end. Some bad defensive move there by the Shadow. This one's broken up by Cody Oakes. Played back. Kings will gather this one up. Dean will toss this one over. A dump and chase right on Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld just whisks that one away. Stick picked out right there as Gino Mini got a stick hit. Gagnon will shoot this one just over the head of Bailey behind the net. Kings gather it up. Toss it out front. Good play there by Rowell to chase that one down. Here's one to Cody Oakes. Cody Oakes goes inside out. Couldn't get a grip on that puck, and that one went over the head of Bailey. Played along the far side boards in the corner, out to inside the blue line, over to Arnott. Paul Arnott will take a shot. Oh, he just got a toe on that one. Rowell.
You're right, Frank. He just got a toe on that one. It was heading right in the net. He kicked his leg out there.
Big save there by Bailey to keep it 2-1 at the 11:53 mark here of the first period.
Yeah, and then Rowell on that rebound. He had a chance. Bailey was on his backside and brightened his legs and closed him up.
Gino Mini right now talking to the referee.
Seen Kuhn head to the dressing room to get some work done on that skate.
Face off to the right of Bailey down in the Kings end. This one's played back. Arnott will sing this one out in front. Here's an opportunity right out in front. Maruso, the diamond man. Another shot that got partially blocked. Rowell trying to get. This one's picked in the corner. Taken again by Maruso. They'll keep it in the Shadow. They'll whisk this along the boards. Now the Kings will gather it up. Whiteford. Here come the Shadow again, right out in front of the net. Oh, backhander right there. That was Gino Mini.
Gino Mini with a great shift right there.
This will
now,
be
oh, wow. Mini just let the Bailey have it. He just threw him down.
So we got a little action down there. Gino Mini and Nick Brewer, 55. There's the icing on the replay.
There's the icing, and then you look down at the other end, and there it is right there, Frank. Gino Mini just threw the goaltender Bailey to the ice.
We'll see what that call is here in just a moment here.
I think Mini's saying Bailey grabbed his stick and he wouldn't let it go. So Mini let him know what he thought about it and pushed him right back into the net. And then Nick
Shadow,
Brewer.
2-minute minor for roughing. Yep.
Minor.
And then I got 55 white for Kalkaska, 2-minute minor for slashing. They're both going to go up. It's going to be 4-on-4.
Yep.
Well, there you have it.
There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the referees in our mic here today, so we're getting the calls directly right to you, delivered right to your door.
That makes it easy for us. We don't have to mess up the penalty calls or say
so
2 minutes for something.
That's the first ones you heard today, so you heard it right there. It's going to be a little 4-on-4 action. Our ref's right down below us, and we threw a mic down there. And
I think that benefits the Shadow right there because Mini obviously, he started his stick was being held by the goaltender, and then he shoved Bailey down, and Brewer came in to protect his goaltender. And
so Brewer for the Kings and Mini for the Shadow will sit in the short bench here for 2 minutes. Little 4-on-4 action. Still some talk right inside the blue line about this, that, and the other thing. Cam Fisher out there right now discussing things with the referees.
Yeah, they're got to figure some things out here. But, again, 4-on-4, more ice to work with, and the faceoff comes down on the Kings' end.
So to the right of Bailey, he'll take that face-off there as a little 4-on-4, a little bit more ice here for both teams. Throcker with the puck. Kalkaska whisks this one over. Throcker over on the left wing. He lets one go to the outside of Sommerfeld. Coming back the other way. Giuliano looking to go 5-hole.
Giuliano with another great chance. The second of this period for him. And Bailey was up to the task to make the save.
Jonathan Giuliano comes streaking down the left wing. Just couldn't get enough sauce on that puck. Here we go again, right off the faceoff. Kings gather this one up. Whiteford down in his corner. Kings having a hard time breaking their blue line. Coming back right in the neutral zone for Micah, dumps that one up. Good move right in front of the Bailey, just to the outside. This one's winged out in front. Nobody there for the Shadow. Quick shot by Maruso. Coming back. Giuliano one-on-one against Throcker. Throcker makes a move, looking to do a wraparound. Loose puck out in front. For Micah brings this one.
Nice defensive play by Giuliano. He's not just a forward. Put some of those skills together to play defense right there.
He's not just good looking, he can play hockey. Here comes Cody Oakes. Cody Oakes left that one for Gagnon. Little one-on-one action here. Baker going back. That one's feathered to the outside of Sommerfeld. Back down to Bailey. Bailey will just smother that one, have a face-off to the left of him.
One of the changes the Shadow made with Frazee not here today, they moved Giuliano up to that line with Moroso, and things seem to be working. They've had a couple good shifts here.
So 33 seconds in the offsetting penalties. We'll go back to 5-on-5 after that. 9:49 left to go here in the first period. 2-1 Kings. This one's played into the corner. Given back. Cody Oakes will feed that one over to Baker. Milam over to Gagnon. Gagnon can't find that one. Baker will gather this one up for the Shadow. He can't clear it. Here's a 2-on-1. Getting back. Oh, good defensive play to get back. And to tip that one as they had a 2-on-1, the Kings. Couldn't capitalize on that one. Good play there by number 81, Mike King. Right at center ice. This one's tapped in. Brock Taylor for the Kings.
Well, Sherper once again on that last opportunity, making the pass across.
Cody Oakes will set things up here. Looking to let the hair flow in the wind. Here he goes, Cody Oakes. Looking to go inside. He goes around the outside, still has that puck. Gives a shoulder while he's got that puck. Gino Mini will throw this one out on Bailey. Over the head of Bailey, just to the outside. Kuhn tried to get a stick on that one. Right here on the inside the boards. Coming back the other way. Kings feather this one down. Gino Mini will get his stick on that one. He'll carry it up. Mini does a dipsy doodle move there. Crosses the blue line, just inside the blue line. This one's not kept in. Taken there by the Kings as Throcker loses control of it. Down into the corner. Michael Clintworth goes digging for it. Shot on Bailey. He'll hold on to that one.
Some good pressure again by the Shadow, and the physicality's picking up a little bit too for those last couple minutes.
Josh Vermeesh was looking to put a tattoo on Bailey down there, and Bailey just held on to that puck. Osentowski going to take the face-off here. Played back as the Kings gather up possession on that one. Vince Steen still digging for it. He throws that one along the boards. Kept in, and Bailey's going to have to jump on that one just to the outside of his net.
Some strange bounces coming off these boards because that one was just cleared right back along behind the net, and it bounced out in front of Bailey.
Face off to the right of Bailey again. Osentowski takes that one. Here's a quick shot behind the net. Timmy Schmidt gives chase to that one. This one's kept in. Gino Mini takes a quick shot, blocked out in front. Kings coming the other way. Quick outlet pass there as Vince Steen right there on the far side boards. Here's a shot on Sommerfeld. He whisks that one behind him. Osentowski, the Polish Prince, tried to get that one, and he does clear the zone. Ryerson gives chase. Kings play it back. Gino Mini, some play in the neutral zone here as they keep on moving that puck around. Danielson will dump it in. Sommerfeld will gather that one up. Gino Mini again will try playing that one out. Kept in by the Kings. Mini will have to try digging this one out. Shadow gather this one up. Gagnon trying to go to the inside. He gets taken off the puck looking for a call. Nothing happening there. Play on the ref say.
Got held up a little bit by two guys that were holding them.
Knuckleball thrown on Sommerfeld. The old Efer pitch.
Gannon's still asking the ref where the call is right there because he got arms wrapped around him as he's trying to go through. And
Gagnon's speaking French to the ref.
With his speed, you got to slow him down somehow to grab a hold of him.
So Gagnon will, actually Double Z will take this face-off. Gagnon will redo it again here.
The ref with a bad drop, apparently. Blew a whistle on himself.
Zolkanich takes the face-off there. Cleared out of the zone there by Formica. Dump back in. Formica will gather up this puck, have a couple of Kings on him. Played behind the net, wrapped along the boards. Double Z will feed this one over to Cody Oakes. Cody Oakes works to the outside. Gets that one to the inside. Nothing there. Another loose rebound out in front. There it is again. A quick shot on Bailey.
Rotundi had a chance.
Point blank. Rotundi didn't get enough air on that one. And right in the gut of Bailey. And Bailey made a huge save point blank right there on the replay.
Wow. Rotundi with that loose puck out in front. Jumped all over it and just shot it right into him.
6:18 left to go here in the first period. 2-1 Kings. Kept in. Dr. Milam feeds that one over to Baker. Baker takes a quick shot. Open side there as Bailey was down. Still battle for the puck behind the net. Kings looking to get this out of their zone. Tough situation right there. Here's a quick shot steered to the side as Bailey just used his stick and moved that one over. Milam looking to tee one up. That one was to the outside looking for redirection over to Giuliano. This one's all the way down to Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld's going to hold on to it because a couple of King players were breathing down his neck. One of them was Brock Taylor.
Yeah, Milam, that's the guy on the point for the Shadow. King's got to be aware of because he lets that heavy slap shot go from that point. And he's been known to score a lot of those. That one there, he tried to just shoot it toward Giuliano for a deflection. I think he was upset he didn't just put it on net.
Face off just to the right of Sommerfeld. Giuliano gets this right at center ice. Giuliano faces over. Here's a great play to Baker. Baker, the puck's still loose.
What a feed. Giuliano with a feather pass right there.
Oh, he just laced that right on there. Beautiful pass. Baker just barely stoned him one-on-one right there.
Baker coming from his defensive position in that play, and Giuliano just, here it is right here. He just waited for him and feathered it to him, and another big save by Bailey right there.
Looks like Bailey's, not sure what happened to Bailey's rolling around there on the ice. I don't know if he caught a stick or it's his leg. I'm definitely not a medical doctor.
You didn't get your degree?
I only went like 7 years.
Oh, okay. It takes 12 now.
Yeah, I didn't make it the full time.
Right. Well, you got farther than me.
Well, we got a doctor out there, Dr. Milam.
Oh, yeah. I just play a doctor on TV, so.
So right now he's on his knees, getting a little help to get back up. Everett Bailey's had a heck of a season here with the Kings. Looks like he's gonna.
Yeah, I don't know that he's gonna be. I don't know if he's gonna be okay or not, Frank. He is moving gingerly. You know he's tough. He doesn't want to come out of this game.
He's doubled over right now, trying to shake that pain that he's in right now.
Not really sure if he got his leg twisted. It just looked like it was a bang-bang play and a save, but I'm not sure if he got his leg caught underneath him or if he pulled a muscle there, a groin or something. Could be a groin injury. Just the way he's moving around there, or not moving around, I should say.
Looks like he's going to grit it out here. He's going to put the stick on top of the net.
I see Daniel Claybor on the ice in front of the Kings bench stretching a little bit. He's getting loose if he's needed. But
Claybor, the backup here tonight.
I think Bailey's going to be okay. The medical staff is heading off, and
looks like he's moving good right now. So 5:28 left to go here in the first period. 2-1 Kings. It was 1-0 Kings. They scored early, came back. Shadow got one with Theo Rowell, and then the Kings came back. Taylor scored for them, and that's where we sit here, 2-1. Here's one to the inside the blue line. Looking for a loose rebound. There was one. Nobody there for the Shadow to bang that one home. This one's over to Milam. Milam feathers this behind the net. Played out again. Milam digging for it. Quick shot there on Bailey. Bailey made the save there. Another shot on Bailey.
That's how you test him right away. Throw the puck at the net, and he's coming up big. He looks to be okay.
So the Kings get this one to center ice, played back to Baker. Baker will feather this along the boards. Giuliano gives chase, broken up right there by Whiteford. Whiteford will dump it on Sommerfeld. Cam Fisher will make sure he doesn't still have Bailey over there in the
He still
net.
doesn't look right. He's still down on his knees and in some pain for sure, but he came up big with a few saves. They tested him. And that's what you got to do if you're the Shadow. Test him right away if he's hurt at all.
4:41 to go here in the first period. Played back.
Just heard a little polka in the background. I was getting ready.
Here's a quick move there by the Kings as they work along the outside. That's Hayden Lance. Big hit on the far side.
Guess
Kings.
who? Mr. Vermeesh.
Vermeesh. Clintworth will dump this down in the Kings' end. Played out as Kellogg just takes a hack at that one to play it out of the zone.
Kellogg having a few words for him down the ice. I think he was laughing a little bit like, dude, I'm half your size.
Here comes Kuhn. Kuhn crosses the blue line. He leaves it back. Here's an opportunity right out in front. Taken by the Kings. Coming back the other way. Soulier. He wraps that around the boards down, and this one's played out. Right at center ice. Schmidt will take a hack at it. Played back again as they rotate that back. Brooke Taylor got that one forward. Moving that puck again was Soulier. That's Guy Soulier for the Kings.
We got 3 Souliers out there, huh?
Like the Hanson brothers.
They got foil on their hands?
Kings still battle for it.
Let's check under those gloves.
Kings coming the other way, 2-on-2. Shot on Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld will gather that one up.
Good play by Rotundi there. Sherpa was heading right toward the net. And
Sherpa was battling all the way down the ice, and faceoff will be to the right of Sommerfeld. Bryn Sommerfeld.
Watch Adam Kuhn on that last shift, Frank. He still doesn't look right. I don't think that skate's doing okay. He was a little slow out there, like something's still bothering him.
Here's one just below us along the boards. Gagnon will gather this one up. The Flying Frenchman throws that one out. Just broken up there, and the Kings coming back the other way. Leaves a trailer. That one's feathered out in front. Nobody there as Cam Fisher tried to move that one forward for the Kings. Long outlet pass. Gagnon The Flying Frenchman takes a shot, and Bailey throws out the glove.
Very simple save there, the glove save. Made it look easy.
Little pushing over on the far side boards.
Cam Fisher and Baker just exchanging a few words. And I can hear the Kings bench letting Baker have it too. Can't repeat some of the things they just called him.
Maruso took that face off, kept in. Here's a play out in front. Giuliano. Bailey moved good on that one to get out and cut that angle off and block the shot of Jonathan Giuliano. And we'll have a face-off just to the right of Bailey. Here's Giuliano. He'll take it behind the net. There's a chance for Rowell. Rowell didn't get much on that shot. Baker will throw that one out. Kept in by the Shadow. They rotate that one over. There's a loose puck out in front. Nobody there to bang it home. Shadow keep the pressure on. Play it back to Baker. Baker gets it over. Here's Maruso. Maruso looking to pick a corner. That one's deflected behind Bailey. Good rotation there as the Kings just want to get it out of their zone. They do. They gather this one up, and they're going to bring it the other way. Sherpa crosses the line. We got an offsides there against Soulier. Mr. Guy Soulier.
Guy and Sherpa both got caught together there, and one of them skates went across that blue line.
Just outside the Shadow blue line. Face off right below us, and this one's feathered down to Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld will gather that one up. Over to Double Z. Double Z cranks this one up to Gagnon. Gagnon tried to thread it through a couple of King players. Gino Mini will have it. Mini will play it back. This one's forward. Broken up by the Kings. Kings coming the other way. This is Danielson. Danielson. He'll hold up things. Now he'll cross the blue line. Move that one over to Kellogg. Broken up by the Shadow. Gagnon gives chase to this one. The Flying Frenchman can't catch up to that. Kings will gather this one. Loose puck out in front of the net. Arnott will pick it up. Arnott will bring that puck in. He can't control it. Taken by the Kings and feathered out, but kept in by Cody Oakes. Big collision right in front of us.
Oakes lost his lid, has to go to the bench.
Bucket's on the ice.
He seems to lose that on the away games only. He doesn't lose it at Big Boy.
It's a lot of hair in there. Here's a pass right out in front of the net, right through the crease. Quick shot from the corner, and Bailey suffocates that one against the post.
1.5 seconds to go. This line right here, Moroso, Giuliano, and Rowell have been really good. They pulled their goaltender. The Shadow got 6 skaters for this 1.5 seconds left.
That will do it for the first period. Couple of goals by the Kings. Actually, the goal, Kings opened up the scoring. Shapira got the first goal for the Kings on a loose rebound. And then looks like Bailey's in bad shape. I don't know
if he's going to be able to continue because they're helping him off the ice right now. I don't know how he gutted it out in that end of the rest of that period.
He's made some huge saves there. So I'll continue on. Shapira scoring the first goal for the Kings. Coming back were the Michigan Shadow, Theo Rowell getting a goal, number 4. And then Taylor for the Kalkaska Kings getting their second goal. That's where we sit. We'll take a break right here on Go Live Sportscast and be back in a few moments. Back here at the Center Ice Arena in Traverse City, Michigan, I'm Frank Mazzella, along with Gary Preswara, bringing you all the action of the first game between the Michigan Shadow and the Kalkaska Kings, the final series for the championship here in the MIHL. Gary, we've got a 2-1 score here. Going to switch ends here and start over here. Couple of opportunities, quite a few opportunities by the Michigan Shadow, but Bailey came up big.
Yeah, Everett Bailey was, I would say, the difference of that first period right there, because he came up huge with some really timely saves, got a little injury scare, but he seems to be okay. He's out here moving around, and I'm told he's good to go.
So he's good to go. Let's go. 20 minutes here. Fresh 20. Second period about to start. 2-1 Kings. Kings scored both their goals on a loose rebound out in front of the net. Nobody there on the defensive side for the Michigan Shadow, and they just slammed that home as no chance there to make the save for the Shadow.
No, Sommerfeld didn't have a chance in either one, but that first period, it was Shadow had control of the puck in the Kings zone for most of the period. The Kings really didn't sustain a whole lot of pressure in that first period. What they had was a couple good bounces and wide open nets.
So here we go. Face off. Start the second period. Cody Oakes looking to steal that puck. He does. Cody Oakes behind the net, looking to get that one to his point man. 2-on-1 against Cody Oakes, and he'll just wrap this behind the net. Over to Gagnon. Baker. Back to Gagnon. Baker with a quick shot on Bailey. Right in the gut of Bailey, and Bailey will suck that one up.
Another good opportunity, and I literally just talked about the pressure of the Shadow in the zone, controlling the puck, controlling everything, and getting off another shot. But Bailey's just been spectacular.
Double Z will take this face off. Down in the Kings' end, played along the boards, kept in, right inside the point. Baker back to Gagnon. Gagnon over to Oakes. Oakes tries to do a spinorama. He still has the puck. Over to Baker, back down behind the net. Gathered up by the Kings there, Nick Brewer. Taken out and dumped down in the Shadow end, intercepted by Baker. Quick shot there, deflected over the head of Sommerfeld into the glass, kept in. Rowell gets this one. Over to Gagnon. Rowell will dump and chase here. Bailey will be out of the net. Tries to gather that one up. Wrapped along the boards by Whiteford. Here's a shot right in front. Just outside of Bailey and kept in. Good pressure there. As they come forward quickly. Throcker goes around the net. He loses possession of the puck. This one's broken up by the Kings.
Oh, big hit there by Arnott into the corner.
This one's played in right inside the point.
Big shot from the point right there by Grant Lefebvre. Face off to the left of Sommerfeld.
So Rowell.
Looks like Moroso's getting waved out of there.
Here's one. Rowell will gather this one up. Feather it down as the Kings will get an icing call on the Shadow.
Face-off coming back down, and the Kings are choosing to put it to the right of the goal. Or no, they're going to go to the left side of the goaltender.
So Sommerfeld will get this one on his left side. Played along the glass. Over on the far side, taken out. Rowell couldn't handle that pass. Broken up by the Kings. Right here at center ice. Dump back down. Minnie will sing that one back into the Kings' end. Kings will gather it up as Duffing gets a hold of it. Coming back the other way, kept in along the far side boards by Clintworth. And dump back down Gino Minnie. Minnie will go behind the net as he gets chased.
Goal.
Net comes loose.
Minnie behind the net there, and I think Sherpa on the forecheck bumped into the net a little bit. Minnie with a big check right below us in front of the Kings bench a second ago. He's been very physical that first period, Minnie. A big six frame of his, throwing that weight around.
Face off to the right of Sommerfeld. We'll do it again down at his end. 2-1 Kings. 17:30 left to go here in the second period. Early going of the second period. Vermeesh gives chase to this one. Dump back down. Here comes the Kings, broken up right at side the blue line. Kuhn looking at Dipsy Doodle. Kuhn with the backhander.
Nice move by Adam Kuhn right there. The backhand.
Kuhn,
there's a look at it right here. Pulled it on the inside and just got the backhand. I thought he was going to go back to his forehand and didn't fool Bailey though.
Face off to the right of Bailey, or left of Bailey. This one kept in. Schmidt down there low. This one's feathered onto Bailey, and
some heavy checking behind the
another
net.
face off to the left of Bailey down in the Kings' end. Both teams will put out some fresh bodies here. Osentowski took that face off. Kings coming the other way. Broken up right at center ice. Taken again. Nick Brewer will dump that in for the Kings. This one's wrapped along the boards. Not kept in. Brewer couldn't keep it in. Way out of net is Bailey. Dancing around over there on the circle.
Dangerous play by the goaltender right there to come out, and Brewer kind of looked like he gave up on it in the shadow. We're all over it, but Bailey came out just in time.
Oaks in the neutral zone. Oaks still poking at that puck. Kept in. Gagnon trying to dipsy doodle with that puck. Kings will sing this one out. Get lined up over on the other side. Here they come again, the Kings. Nick Brewer trying to take that puck in. He couldn't control that one. Dumps it over on Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld throws that into the corner right here in the neutral zone. Souliere couldn't get that puck in.
The net. Oh no, that was offsides, or I think they were offsides. That's going to come just outside the blue line.
So Guy Souliere taking the face-off. Kellogg dumps that down. Baker will gather that one up. Baker trying to play that along the boards. This one's thrown all the way over to Cody Oaks. Cody Oaks can't catch it. Gagnon tried to put his cape on, but Bailey grabbed that puck before he could throw it on.
Most of the Kings doing a really good job defensively, not pinching too much. They don't want to give the Shadow team any odd man rushes, which they really haven't had, but one by Giuliano early on.
Double Z took that face one. This one's cleared out. Kings coming the other way. Trailer there. Baker gets over to the side trying to break it up. Brock Taylor trying to take that one in. Still the Kings rotating that puck around, keeping it in. Sure, Pera throws that one on net. This one's played off into the corner. As it's still battle on the corner. Cody Oakes feathers it up to Gagnon. Gagnon try to dipsy doodle. Gagnon does, trying to do the wraparound. Oh, that one was right out in front. Nobody there to bang it. It bounced right in the goalie crease, and they just couldn't bang that one home. Here comes Cody Oakes on the left. Quick shot on Bailey. That one's kicked away by Bailey. Cody Oakes now with the puck. He'll peel back. Gets it over to Minnie. Minnie will wrap that along the boards as they keep it in, rotating it around. Cody Oakes. Cody Oakes says, hey, I'll take the puck. He'll peel back. Still with the puck. Cody Oakes throws that one out in front. Nobody can get a stick on that one. Maruso over to Minnie. Maruso keeps it in. Good play there to punch that puck forward. Cody Oakes gets this one out to Gino Minnie, takes a shot. Bailey kicks that one away. Here's Arnott. Bailey gets a piece of that one and shuns that over to the corner. A lot of pressure here by the Shadow. This one's played out. Gino Minnie couldn't control that one.
Huge pressure there by the Shadow, but again, Bailey was tall.
Here comes Giuliano over on the left side. Giuliano wraparound. Their second goal. This one's kept in by the Kings. Poke check there. Nick Brewer dancing with that puck. This one's played back in the Shadow corner. Still kept in. Kuhn gets this one out. Here come the Shadow the other way. Josh Vermeesh looking to line somebody up. Kings play this out quickly. Outlet pass. Milam. Good defensive move there by Milam. That one's played out in front. Nobody there for the Kings.
Oh, nice play.
Good pickpocket there by Thacker. Thacker takes a shot over the head of Sommerfeld into the corner. Some pressure here by the Kings. Trying to get another goal here to take the lead again.
Yeah, the Kings trying to answer here with some pressure.
Rotundi ties up his guy behind the net. Kuhn loses his bucket.
No goal. It went in, but no goal.
That whistle was about 3 or 4 seconds before the last shot.
Kuhn had lost his helmet. He went back to retrieve it. He's behind the net there. He lost his lid right there. And he went to retrieve it, but the ref was all over it right here, telling him, like, no, no, no. And then Brewer snuck in. Brewer snuck in and shot the puck, but the ref was already calling it dead. So no goal. And
I hear the ref telling the Kings bench something. He's yelling at them.
They're wanting the face-off to go down in the in the Shadow end, but one ref says no, the other overrules them. Says, okay, we'll go back down in this zone.
So we'll have the face-off to the right of Sommerfeld. We're all tied up 2-2 with 12:10 left to go here in the second period. Over on the far side boards, Cody Oakes takes a hit. Double Z goes into the corner. Gives a face wash to Nick Brewer. Gagnon looking to move inside out. Gagnon right in front of the net. Nobody there. Double Z gets smashed. Cody Oakes holding that one. Pile up of players in the goalie crease. This one's behind the net. Bailey jumps on it. Double Z gets hit late after the play.
Yeah, Mike King coming in there to hit him. I'm not sure why. There's a look at it. I mean, Big Z didn't do anything. He had to stick down, and Mike King took exception. I don't think anything's going to come of this. Once again, great pressure by the Shadow down here.
Osentowski will take this face-off for the Shadow. Kings grab possession of it. 2-on-2, dumped in softly by Duffing. Played along the boards. Shadow regained possession. This one's whisked all the way over. Taken by the Kings. Whiteford over in the corner. Kept in by Baker, but taken out again. Whiteford has that puck. He'll try taking a shot. That one's blocked.
And Milam was back there in great position.
This one's right at center ice in the neutral zone. Drop back down. Here we go back in the neutral zone. Dumped back in by the Kings. Hoffenstetter try to get a stick on that one. Here comes Milam. Milam up to Maruso. He takes a quick shot. Loose rebound out there. Paul Arnott getting back here as that one just chipped in as Hoffenstetter got that one up forward. Here's an opportunity there for Gino Mini. He just couldn't catch up to that one.
And Hofstetter was exhausted on that shift where he was tired. All he wanted to do was just chip it in and get off on a change.
10:26 left to go here in the second period, 2-2. First game of the MIHL championship round.
This is the line right here that I'm really excited to see every time they're out there. Haven't gotten a goal yet, but they're making things happen.
Shot by Gino Mini, kept in there by Arnott. That one's feathered out. Here come the Kings 2-on-1. On the knees, stayed there right there. Good save there by Sommerfeld. He held his ground as they had an opportunity there. Another shot. That one's blocked. Giuliano gets it up to Mini. Back to Giuliano. This one's taken by Rowell. Mini takes a quick shot. That one goes off the shoulder of Bailey. Arnott now keeps it in. He gets it over to Kuhn, to Giuliano. Over to Mini. Scores!
There it is right there.
Papa Meatball.
What a goal by Gino Mini. That line right there finally making it work.
So they take the lead 3-2 here. 9:42 left to go in the second period as they were 2 goals here as the Shadow have come to life here in the second period. Working real hard. Place is buzzing a bit here with 9:29 left to go in the second period.
Oh, they're giving that one to Giuliano.
Oh, why not?
Mini got an assist, though, and
here we go the other way, broken up by the Kings.
That's 2 meatballs for Mr. Giuliano today.
That'll do him well in a good pasta dish. Right in front of the net there. This one's taken again. Clintworth.
He gets
over
one
to
more.
Formica. Clintworth right in front. He scores! No, don't make him do it. That's So who got that one?
I think that was...
We'll give it to Clintworth.
I think it was Clintworth. It was Clintworth. Yeah, I knew it was one of those tall lefties.
So what do we got? Giuliano, Clintworth, Rowell. Who else?
Giuliano's got 2 this period.
Yeah, give it to 2.
Said he's got one more for that hat trick, and the smoking jacket's coming out.
Yep. Deuce is wild. Milam. Dr. Milam just feathers that down to Bailey, and Bailey just grabs that one. Shadow have picked up their pace here in the second period with 3 goals to take a 2-goal lead. 8:41 left to go in the second period.
I don't think the Kings have had too many shots this period. The puck has been down there for a few faceoffs, but not a lot of quality chances anyway.
Here's one. There's the boomer right there. Blocked in front. Cody Oakes gets this one back. Oakes again. Get it over to Dr. Milam. Milam throws that one on net. Never grabs that one.
Great save. He got that leg out there, that glove, and big save right there.
Nothing can stop the doctor.
That's the shot on that point that the Shadow love.
Stop the doctor.
Because Milam's got a rocket back there.
Gagnon will take the face off here. Over to Cody Oakes. Looking to crank one off. Oh, there's a quick shot. Bailey got a pad on that one. That one steered over to the corner. This one, they're just dancing that puck around over to Baker. Milam feels like he's 22 years old. Cody Oakes throws out. He scores! The Oakster!
Cody Oakes on the shot from the point. Here it is. Here's a look at it.
Cody Oakes was calling for the horn.
I think that was Milam over to Oakes. Wrist shot to the left-hand side of the net. And just like that, 4 goals this period already. And I think they're making a goaltending change.
4 goals in a row, and looks like they'll bring in Daniel Claybor, number 30. Down 2-1. Suddenly, the Energized Bunny has come to the Shadow bench.
This is Shadow hockey that we've been used to seeing. When they're going right.
This one's broken up. Giuliano throws this one out over to Maruso. Maruso tried to leave that to Minnie. Coming back the other way is Throcker. Throcker right on net.
Whoa.
Oh, a big save there. Sommerfeld
got a 2-on-1.
Coming back the other way. Got an offsides on.
Yeah, Moroso was just offsides. I think he was looking for Ruel to throw that across to him sooner, and he got a little excited.
So 4 straight goals by the Michigan Shadow, and they have opened up a 5-2 lead here at the 7:26 mark of the second period, right here live in Traverse City, Michigan. Here come the Kings, trying to work it on the outside. Mike King brings that one in. Got a face-off just to the right of Sommerfeld.
It's only about the 3rd shot that he's seen this period. It's all Shadow.
Kings keep this puck in. Rotated it over. They'll take a quick shot. That's Nick Brewer. They keep it in as Whiteford kept that one inside the blue line. Loose puck just to the outside of Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld all over the ice. This one's whisked out of the zone.
It's another
gathered up again by Whiteford. Taken there. Here's an opportunity for the Shadow as Kuhn gets bumped off that puck. Kings bringing it the other way. They lose possession of it. Tim Schmidt tried to control that one. They couldn't control it. Milam feeds that one forward. Over to Schmidt. Kings coming the other way. Soulier. Guy Soulier dumps that one in.
A little back and forth action here now. It's opening it up a bit more.
Captain James feathers this one down. That one's kicked. We're playing soccer today. Taken up by Nick Brewer. Nick Brewer gets this one, feathers that one all the way behind Sommerfeld. Picked up by Baker. Baker will feather back, and they'll just rotate that puck around. Milam couldn't control it. Milam has it again. He'll play the boards over to Gagnon. Gagnon tried to lay one in, feather a pass in. That one's broken up by the Kings.
Ryerson was right behind the defense there. If he could have feathered that a little higher, I think that's getting through.
Kept in there. Gagnon's looking to grab that one. This one's thrown out in front. Nobody there for the shadow as Cody Oakes tried to bang that one down. Cody Oakes will send that one in again down in the Kings' end. Claybor tried to get a stick on that one. Actually Paul Arnott dumps that one in. This one's played out into the neutral zone, down into the shadow end. Kings looking, it's a battle on the near side boards. Taken by Double Z. Up to Gagnon. Gagnon, the flying Frenchman, cuts to the inside. Oh, Gagnon! Gagnon went to the inside, tried to pick that one up. Just couldn't find the handle on that one.
He tested the new goaltender there, and he was quick with that leg.
Claiborne, much shorter than Bailey in that. Kings clear it out. Over on the boards, Throcker tried to get a stick on it for the Kings. He loses possession of it. This is up to Giuliano. Giuliano can't catch up to it. Rowell tried to get it. Oh, Maruso back over to Giuliano. Giuliano looking to do another wraparound. He scores!
There's that line again. Maruso gets that one. Here's a look at it on a great pass from Giuliano. So 2 goals for Giuliano and an assist.
So Maruso got that one.
Yeah. Maruso got it from Giuliano, and that's Giuliano's 3rd point of the period.
Giuliano going for the cycle.
He might have actually had
a double.
He might have had a home run in the first period on Rowell's goal. I didn't get the assist on that one, but Giuliano was out there. That line has been dynamic today.
6-2. Now they stretch their lead here late in the second period. Kalkaska came out flying. All of a sudden, this second period is turned around for the Michigan Shadow with 5 goals to spread this out to a 4-goal lead.
Yeah, it's been all Michigan Shadow in the second period. Like you said, Kalkaska came out on fire and really good competitive first period, but all Shadow now. They've made some adjustments.
The counterman shot that one for Micah. Here's one out in front. Nobody there for the Shadow. Played along the boards. Throcker, Soulier, Guy Soulier feathers that down.
Just out of Clintworth's reach. I'm not sure how with that long stick.
Shadow trying to get that puck up forward just down into the Kings' end. Retreated by Whiteford. Whiteford throws that one along the glass. Right in front of the bench. Here comes Whiteford again. Logan Whiteford clears the blue line. Quick shot on Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld says, no, no, no. I'm going to push that into the glass.
Yeah, it was a quick wrist shot right there. It was a sneaky quick, and Sommerfeld, I think he saw it at the last second, kicked that right pad out. But that was sneaky.
Sommerfeld's in a groove. I think he's feeling it now. Face off just to the right of him. This one's feathered out of the zone. Captain James trying to get a stick on that one. Captain James wants to eat too here. This one's dumped in by Danielson for the Kings.
I'm sure all these guys want to get a piece of that pie right now. Things are going the right way.
This one goes over to the far side boards. Dr. Milam gets a stick on it. Right at center ice, not out. Here comes James Ryerson. Ryerson tried to get that over to Osentowski. Still battle along the far side boards. Dumped out there by Kellogg. Alex Kellogg will dump it over to Lance. They'll go down in the corner and battle that one out.
Back come the Shadow.
Here comes the flying Frenchman. Gagnon looking to go inside, outside, and back inside. Cody Oakes. He gets slammed into the boards a bit there. taken by the Kings. Nick Brewer right at center ice. Cody Oak picks his pocket.
Cody Oaks gets checked along the board, still makes the play, dumps it back in, back checks, lifts the stick. He's doing it all. The only thing he's not doing is getting a haircut.
Little play here in the neutral zone. Cody Oaks loses that one. Gagnon tries to steal it. Right now, the Kings have a hard time breaking into the shadow end right there. They do get in the shadow end, but lose possession of that puck. Kept in there by Dean. Vince Dean gets a shot. He gets pushed off the puck. This one's taken by Cody Oaks. Oaks will feather it over to Minnie. Minnie will cross the blue line, lose possession. Gathered up there by Tom Myers. Oaks gets a stick on that one. Cody Oaks looking to move it. Oh, just to the outside. The Oakster. Oaks now again. Oh, he feathered it over to Rowell. I don't know if Theo was ready for that one. What a move there. This one's played back to Minnie. Over to right in front there. They had an opportunity again as they just keep on moving that puck around. Giuliano down there, he's playing like he's 22 years old. They keep that puck in. This one's out in front, and that's it. That ends the second period. Gino Minnie's got some words for Nick Brewer.
Yeah, Minnie says, let's go. You want to go? We'll go. But
you hear it on the bench, the shadow players saying, leave it.
yeah, there's no sense of taking an extra penalty there, but he was ready if Brewer is ready to go.
So let's go over the scoring in the second period. No goals for the Kings. We got 4 goal scorers for the Michigan Shadow. Maruso, Clintworth, 2 by Giuliano. Actually, 5 goals. And Oaks. Maruso, Clintworth, 2 by Giuliano, and 1 by Oaks.
Yep, you got it all.
I'm on top of it.
You're running out of space, but you got all of them.
All right, we'll take a break here on Go Live Sportscast. Be back for the third period in a bit.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter which you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
How prepared is your family if a tornado shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a hurricane? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes. Make a plan today.
Where's your emergency? Everyone's on their way. What happened? Please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. My daughter Brooklyn was also a motivation for me to go back to school.
It's been so amazing to be able to give our child the life that we kind of pictured us having, even though we didn't really have that.
I've been in foster